Loves Knits, episode 36. Thanks for joining me. So I'm just going to go ahead and get started with my works in progress with everything I've been working on. So in this little fringe supply bag with a few pins on it that I've been collecting, I'm making a pair of fingerless mitts for my coworker and friend Jana, and I'm using this. I started out thinking I might want to make a pair of socks with this, but then I started on I changed my mind midway and made them into fingerless mitts, and they seem like her color. She sits right next to me at work, and they seem like her color, like right away when I saw them, and she had it, you know, in her hands. I was like, oh my gosh, this is her color. I should make her some mitts. And she's currently learning how to knit, so I was like, yeah, I'll do that. So so this is the first mitt. It's really pretty. She always wears a sweater that's this color in the office when it gets cold. So, and then here's the hole for the thumb, and she's tried them on, so they look like a pretty good length and size for her hands. So she loves them. And so there's the first one, and I am this far along on the second one. So hopefully I should get these done in the next week or so, I would think, as long as I don't get distracted by something else. So the color number is color number 10 if you're looking for this yarn, and I honestly think I'll have enough left when I finish to probably make a pair of shorty socks. So I was thinking, you know what, I'll still be able to make socks with these. You know how when you make a pair of socks you end up having a lot of yarn left over anyway, so perfect. All right, so that is my first works in progress. I have a few. I'm sorry about the sun. I was trying to put like paper up on the little holes in the blinds, and oh my gosh, it is crazy. Okay, so my next work in progress is in this little peanuts bag, and I don't know where I got this from. I'm sure I got it from someone on Etsy. I think I might have gotten it from Knitting's My Bag, Lois. So, but I don't know. This isn't her normal style bag, but I know she did a lot of peanuts bags, so I'm just not sure if I got it from her or not. But it is super cute with the Halloween. I've got the Halloween going a little soon this year. Actually, it's not that bad for, you know, making some socks so that I can wear them in the fall. So I saw this on Instagram. This lady is a new dyer. It's called Southern Storytime Hand Dyed Yarns. And there's her card. And I'm doing the one called Pumpkins and Mums. And this is what it looks like. It's really cute, and it's self-striping. And let me look at my notes. I'm just looking down here at my notes. It's 75% superwash, 25% nylon. So let's see. So that is what they look like. So when I was looking at the person that was knitting with this yarn on Instagram, they had purple heels and toes with this. I was like, that's so cool. I don't know if I'm going to do purple or if I'm just going to do this color, you know, in the heels and toes. But so I just did 64 stitches. I did a 2x2 rib, so that means 2 knit, 2 purl, 2 knit, 2 purl, all the way around for the ribbing. I don't know how many rows I did. I just did till I got to the end of this colored stripe. So yeah, I really like this colorway. So, and I'm also using Knit Picks Caspian wood needles, size 2.75. They're 5-inch. That's my preferred length of needle, I think, because when they get too long, they hit each other, and you know. So let's see. The next thing that I have on the needles is, a sweater. So I decided that I was going to make a sweater because I just knit socks and more socks and more socks. So I thought I'm going to try to do a sweater this year. And my mom's been after me to start on a sweater, and I thought, well, she's right. I should definitely try one. So, and I feel like I've tried one before. Like I did a crocheted sweater not too long ago. It was just kind of like a, you know, boho cardi is what it was. And so this one is going to be a cardi, but it's like you wear it backwards. So it's called Boardwalk, and it's by Tin Can Knits. And I looked at, you know, like the sizing chart. It has a pretty large sizing chart. So you can, I'm not going to show you the whole pattern, but the sizing chart has a lot of different sizes. And I measured myself, and I'm kind of between two sizes. And then I wanted to make the arms extra long because I'm super tall. I'm like 6'2". And so I thought I'll go ahead and just make some modifications to it. I'll just make the sizes that fit me, you know. I think I'm going to go up to the next size bigger, but then make the arms longer. And so it'll just be a little bit oversized so that I can wear like long sleeve shirts under it in the winter and everything. And it has this one detail. Let's see, I'll try to cover up most of the pattern, where it has a split ribbing for the ribbing on the bottom around the waist. So I do like that. So I made that part of it, and I have a picture of what it looks like backwards. So just going to go ahead and show you. It's on a little girl, but isn't she cute? I wasn't sure about like how the buttons, oh, it's starting to rain. Sorry about that. Okay, so I wasn't sure about how the buttons will feel like when I'm like sitting on the train or whatever, if it would hurt like you have buttons in your back. But then I thought my back isn't usually really flat against the chair in the train, so I think it'll be okay. I'm not going to do big, you know, huge buttons that protrude out, so it should be fine. All right, so I ordered from the Loopy U. That is my local yarn shop. I guess it would be, I would say it's the closest yarn shop to where I live. I ordered, I think 9 or 10 skeins of this. And it's Merino DK by Hedgehog Fibers. And it's the sorbet colorway. And I really love it. Look at how, oh my gosh, it's so pretty. It's kind of crazy, a little speckly. I guess I don't know that everybody would do speckly yarn for a whole sweater, but I decided to. And so I have like all my yarn in here. Oops. And then I have my sweater in this little bag that I've been toting along to work and back. And it's super cute. It was one of the only big bags that I had. So it's a little gnome bag. I've had it for a few years, but I just haven't really used it too much. Okay, so I got started on it. I just wound up like 3 balls to get myself started. And I finished the ribbing for the bottom. And then I put it on, so what you do is you do each piece individually of ribbing. So this is the front because it's split, and then the back, and then the other front piece. And then you put it all together, and then you start knitting. So I'm on the body of the sweater. So I'll knit on this until I get a little tired of it, and maybe I'll go to the sleeves and I'll come back to this or whatever. But it's going pretty fast, honestly, because of the weight of the yarn being a DK. And then I have a little narwhal stitch marker on here. Super cute. With a little, I think it has an ice cream cone on its head. I don't know. So cute. So, and I'm liking the colorway. All right, so the next thing, and that was, it was size 4 needles for the ribbing, and then size 6 for the body. So that's what I'm doing. And I will check in with you on that and see how that's coming along. All right, and so the next thing is Okay, the next thing is in this monster bag that I made. So I'm doing a, let's see, it's called Monster Sock Cal. It's hashtag Monster Sock Cal 2018, and it's on Instagram. And so I did this this sock knit along last year, and by sock Cal I mean knit along, and so they shorten it up to be KAL. And so I did it last year, and I won a whole like bundle of mini skeins of yarn. And what they do is they, oops, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to jiggle the table. They, you post a couple of pictures, you know, while you're working on your socks before they're finished, and then you post one final finished sock picture, and then they judge. The two ladies that are putting it on, let me see, it's SMCARN on Insta, and so it would be at SMCARN, so it's Sue Carney, and then the other lady is at OOCHA, which is Jessie from Montana. So those two ladies are putting on this sock knit along for the monster socks, and it's just all these scrappy yarns, and you just put them together in whatever order, and you make these crazy scrappy socks. So I won last year. Like, I think maybe 6 people won, or I'm not really even sure. But I won. It was one of the winners, and I won this bundle of mini skeins. And so Sue contacted me, and she said, "Are you going to do it again?" And I'm like, "Yeah." So here I am. I'm again going to do it. And I made this big bag because I didn't have another giant bag for like a sweater size bag to put all my little mini skeins and my socks in. So I made this like Halloween bag. And I just had all these different scraps of Halloween fabric. So I cut them into squares. Like one Sunday afternoon I worked on this. And it was a couple of hours because you have to, you know, quilt all these little pieces together. And I love it. Look at that one. That is so cute. And then this is like my last year's fabric, some of these. And then this I got this year on, where did I get that? On fabric.com, I think. And I also got this one this year on fabric.com. This was last year. I think I got this at Fancy Tiger Crafts. And I got this at the Loopy U with these little guys. This, I don't remember where I got that. Maybe at yarn, or at fabric.com. So anyway, and then inside of it I had gotten this at Fancy Tiger Crafts, and it's like little skeletons and bones. So I lined it with that. All right, so inside I have my scrappy socks that I've been working on, and they're really crazy. Lots of colors. And I put a waist yarn in because I wanted to do afterthought heels. So I did 64 stitches around in my 2x2 rib, and oh my gosh, I have not woven in any of the ends yet. So it looks all crazy. I have to sit and do that. Maybe one day on the train I'll do that on the way to work. So, yep, that's my first one. It just needs a heel. And then this is my second one. So I'm close. This one I'm pretty far along. These I should get done maybe in the next week or two. And then you can make multiple pairs of socks for multiple entries, I believe, into the contest. So then I have like all of these mini skeins in here, and then leftovers from other projects that I made. Can't even see in there. All right, so that is the Monster Sock Cal 2018 on Instagram, and I'll just put it down here. And I'll also put down here Sue and Jessie, who are running it, just in case you need to ask them about anything. It's pretty loosey-goosey. They didn't have that many rules on it. I mean, you had to start, oh, I do know the one rule is you have to start after September 1st. There's no already started projects are going to be allowed in it, and then it ends on October 31st. So you have to have it done by October 31st and post your pics. So you have 2 months. You should be able to get something done, you know. Okay, and then the last thing that I have that I've been working on is in this the Spud and Chloe bag, and it is, change the page on my notes. It is the Scrappy Bias Shawl by Emily Clausen. It's a free pattern, and this is it. So I have just put on a few colors. So this is another scrappy project. And so I put on a few more colors, these two, and then I'm on a third color. I just started with this color. And I'm just working on that when I get a chance. So yeah, this is what it looks like. I finished one of these last time I did a podcast. And I basically just podcast when I get stuff done, you know? Like, oh, I have a few things done and I have enough to talk about. I just kind of wait until I have enough to talk about. So if it's a month, if it's a little over, if it's a little under, you know, I just kind of do that. And I usually podcast on Sundays. So after I get all my chores done on Saturday. So, all right. So let's see. This is what it looks like so far. And these are so fun to work on. I need to just finish this because it's really close to being done. So, all right. And that, I don't remember what size needle that was on. These are on my signature needles. I think it's size 6. Yes, size 6, 4.0 millimeter. So, and I like to do the metal needles. It does tend to, with the sock weight yarn, it just tends to have the yarn flow and slide more easily, so, than the wooden for me. Okay, and so the next thing I was going to talk about was sewing. And so I made this Halloween bag that I told you about earlier. And then I also made a couple of, maybe I'll tell you about this to tell you about that. I went at work at lunchtime. There was a lady that was going to come in and talk about essential oils. So she had scheduled to come in on, I think it was on Wednesday afternoons at noon, actually. And we could go in the break room. It was like a big conference room. And she was going to talk about oils, and then you could mix your own and buy it for $5 from her. And then you could just like sample essential oils to see if they worked for you or if you were interested in doing it and all of that. So I do payroll for some ski resorts, and if the payroll wasn't closed, I didn't go to all of them, but I went to probably like, I would say 4 of them maybe. And I don't remember if there were 6 or 8, but anyway, I went to a few of them. And I really liked some of the oils that I made. And so, I mean, most of them were good, I thought, and worked. But I don't think all oils work for all people. And I think you have to figure out what works for you, if it does, or if it's helpful for you, it's great. But I'm just not sure about everybody, and, your mileage may vary, right? So in there, we made these little oils, and so like, let's see, this one is Belly Buster. I just happened to pull that out. That was like, I think that was the first one we made. And then there's one Digestive Health, and then Stress Relief, and an Energy one. And so she talked about the different oils and the properties that the oils have. This one's Happy. It's supposed to make you feel happy when you're not. And then this one's Seasonal Zen to help with allergies and things. So anyway, so there's lots of them for lots of different things. This one is for pain. And so anyway, I had these little oils, and they were kind of like rolling around in the bottom of my little basket that I carry back and forth to work. And I was like, I don't want to mess with carrying them around. But then I'm like, oh, I feel like a little sneezy, so I want the allergy one. I was going to try to roll it on my wrists or the back of my neck to see if it helped me. But I didn't have it with me. And so I thought, I'm going to make these little fabric things. So I came up with this after like looking on the internet and finding different things, and there was bags and different things you could make. And so I made a few of these, and you just stick the oils in here, and you could do it with You could put lipstick in here. You could put whatever it is that you would have a lot of little things that you're trying to tote around with you. Or if you just wanted to put them on your makeup counter, you know. So basically I just sewed kind of a rectangle, and then, you know, it was a rectangle, and then I kind of flipped it inside out and then left a side open, and then I folded it over and then just sewed up a few things, you know, and made these little things. So this is for like bigger bottles. Some of the bottles, if you buy the bottle from, like, these bottles are from doTERRA, but if you buy the oil in its undiluted state, before it's diluted put into roller bottles to use on your skin, it looks like this, and it's larger bottles. So I made one that the larger bottles fit in. So I made a couple of these just so that I could bring my oils to work and not have them get broken or damaged or ruined or anything like that. So this is my one of the ones that we made, and then some other ones like this one I made for headaches. And so basically and then this has like peppermint beadlets. This actually, I had a headache at work and I took one of these little peppermint beadlets, and it's like, it just clears all your sinuses, and it made my headache just go away. It was a mild headache, but it works for me. I don't have very bad headaches, but I'm sure there are different blends and things that you could make if you had worse headaches. So, and this one is for if I have a little bit worse headache, and the beadlet, I want to take both, you know, take the beadlet and do the rub like on the back of my neck or on my wrist. So anyway, I'm not trying to sell oils. I'm not selling oils. I'm just using them, and I like them. And so yeah, and then I made a second one for some of my other oils that I might need to bring with me to work or whatever. So like lemon, lime, cilantro, peppermint, tangerine. And so some of these I'll put in water, like a couple of drops in water in a mason jar. And you're not supposed to have them with plastic. You're just supposed to have them with glass. But anyway, and it's supposed to help with digestion, some of them. And then like grapefruit helps, just like grapefruit would help if you ate grapefruit, you know. I mean, it just helps you with, you know, weight loss and that sort of thing, and digestion and things like that. So anyway, I just wanted to show you these little holders that I made in case you use oils and you want to make some of these, because they're super easy to make, and I really like them because then I can travel, you know, to and from work with them. So I will put my oil lady's name up here if you want to contact her. She's on Insta. Her name is Danette Penrod. So it would be at DANNETTE PENROD on Insta. If you want to talk to her, you know, she can help you with like mixes and things. So, or she can help you to save 25%, I believe, on purchasing oil. So yeah, just contact her, and if you're interested. If not, that's cool. You know, it's just, I just wanted to share with you, you know, something I've been doing. So, okay, so the next thing is, let's see, finished objects. So I have this Heritage Prints sock that I finished in color 41, and here they are. And so these are size 12. These are for me, you know. So with a 2x2 rib, I did cast on 64 stitches, and then I just did an afterthought heel. This is my vanilla sock, and I kind of like to do this when I have a self-patterning yarn or self-striping yarn. Alrighty, and then the next finished object that I have is these West Yorkshire Spinners yarns. And so this is the bird from the bird collection. It's called Kingfisher. It's color number 844. And then this one is from the Sweet Shop, and it's called Spearmint 309 is the color number if you're looking for that. These are both available. I just looked before the podcast to make sure they were both still selling on the website for West Yorkshire Spinners. They're from England, so they do take a bit of time to arrive. And there are some, if you Google it, I'm sure that there are a few yarn shops that sell West Yorkshire Spinners yarn. So you should check that out, so then you don't have to pay the shipping, you know, from across the pond. So, and so this is my pair of, sorry, there's a bird outside. I was just looking at it. I was thinking that was funny. Bird socks, bird outside. So yeah, this is the bird socks that I made. And same thing, vanilla, my vanilla sock pattern with the 64 stitches and the 2x2 rib and all of that. So those are so cute. And then I have a third pair of socks that I finished, which I'm not sure if I've shown these before. This is a hedgehog fibers, and it's in the Holly Jolly colorway. So these I think I bought last year, this yarn at Christmas, but it doesn't really remind me of Christmas yarn. I'm not sure what Holly Jolly, but you know, it's more like pastel-y speckles. And then I used this opal, and this is called Opal Pink, color number 5194, and it's from, oh, I got this at Estes at the Stitch and Den. So I've used this for a lot of heels and toes on other socks and things. So I used both of these, and I made this pair of socks. So these are super cute. These kind of remind me of like gumballs or something, I don't know. But I love them. So those are cute. So those are the same thing, my vanilla socks. I just did the toe and the heel in a different color. And so that's really great. I got 3 pairs of socks completed this last time that I was away from you. So cool. Okay, and then the next thing I was going to talk about was Coffee and Tea Corner. And so I went to World Market and I got this maple cinnamon, and it's super delicious, and I've drank a lot of it. Not ever, I mean, I drink like a cup a day at home before work, and then I drink something at work, but I drink 2 cups a day really, maybe. And I might even not drink a full cup at work. It just depends. Like on the weekends, I just drink 1 cup. So, but maple cinnamon from World Market, this is delicious. It doesn't come in this jar. I just put it in the jar to keep it fresh. So, and then the other one I have is my current one from San Marco, and it's Autumn Spice. And so this one is more spicy, like if you like chai, you'll like this, you know, that sort of thing. Oh, you know, I'll show that next time. I was going to say there is some new almond creamers that are out that are pumpkin spice, and I got 2 different varieties of almond creamers that were for my coffee, and they were delicious. So I'll show those next time with the pumpkin episode. So yep, and then the tea that I've been drinking is Trader Joe's Spiced Chai, and this one's really good. And this one I think I've shown before, Vermont Maple Ginger, but it is so delicious. I had a cup today before I podcast, so it was really good. All right, and I think that there is one more thing. I have some purchases that I made from the lemonade shop. It's kind of blowing out because the window's open. But this is in the Mighty Sock, and it's Ice Cream Truck is the colorway. So it's really cute. I just like that they speckled in black. A lot of times they don't speckle black in. So it's really cute. And then I went to Michael's and I got some yarn. This is acrylic for some slippers for winter. So, and it's called KAI. And I noticed that a couple people on Instagram were making socks out of this. It's more of like a worsted weight or a sport weight. I'm not really sure. It doesn't really say on it, but it is, color is called Happy. And 302 is the number. So, and it will go from different color pink to different color pink. So these are both the same skein. It's just the way the pink is wound on there. This one, this dark pink is in here somewhere. I don't know. But I like to make slippers in the winter, and usually I like to hold 2 different colorways, 2 different strands together, and maybe I'll just do these 2 together, and maybe I'll add something else from my stash to it. I don't know. But so that's it. I have a gardening update at the very end. It's like the end of the season. Things are looking a little sketch. Like the cucumbers are on their way out. There's some cucumbers still on there. The tomatoes are really coming on right now. And then my kale's really big, and my Swiss chard's big. So there's like a little video of that. There's a video of the train station where I go when I go to work every day. I just took a little short video of the train station of how it looked, and then just thought you might want to see it. And then there's a picture of Toadie at the very end. So all right, bye. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you next time.